Hi, I'm Oklahoma basketball coach Lon Kruger. You're watching Big12Sports.com.
Hello and welcome to this week's edition of the Big 12 Report presented by Dr. Pepper. I'm Wendell Barnhouse, Big12Sports.com correspondent, and this week my co-host is Sean Dorey.
Wendell, stop me if you've heard this one before. The Kansas Jayhawks are Big 12 men's basketball regular season champions.
Yeah, I'm going to have to stop you. I have heard that before.
Well, you've actually heard it for the last 7 years. On Monday, the Jayhawks clinched their 8th straight Big 12 title, but there's still plenty of drama behind KU for the rest of the seedings in the Big 12 men's basketball championship.
Right, the Phillips 66 men's basketball championship format this year is different. Just 10 teams, so the top 6 teams are going to get first-round byes. Seeds 7 through 10 will play first-round games on Wednesday. All right, now what we're showing you here is the bracket that's through the games of last Wednesday, February 29th. Now all 10 teams still have 1 game remaining. Now Kansas is the number 1 seed and Missouri has clinched the number 2 seed. So there's a possibility we could have the Big 12's version of Ali Frazier 3, a Jayhawks-Tigers rematch in the championship game, this time on a neutral court. Now Baylor, Iowa State, and Kansas State all could be surprise teams that could make a run to Saturday's final, and those 3 teams, along with Kansas and Missouri, are also pretty much locked for the NCAA tournament. Texas goes to the Big 12 championship, definitely on the NCAA tournament bubble. The Longhorns need to win as many games in KC as possible.
On the women's side, I think most people are ready to hand undefeated Baylor the trophy. But let me remind you that a top seed has only won the championship once in the last 5 years.
Yeah, and I think everyone would really be stunned if Baylor doesn't win the Big 12 championship in Kansas City. And the rest of the field is very jumbled right now. Now, through last Wednesday's games, with everyone still having 1 game to play, the women's bracket is going to come down to tiebreakers for a lot of the seed positions. For a number of women's teams, Kansas City is going to be the place to improve their NCAA chances. The bracket analysts have the Big 12 with 7 teams in the field. Baylor, Texas A&M, Oklahoma, Kansas State, and Iowa State are solid. Texas and Kansas could improve their NCAA chances if they have a good run in Kansas City.
Now that you know what's in store for the women's basketball championship, here's how you can experience it firsthand.
Kansas City's Municipal Auditorium will once again play host to the Phillips 66 Big 12 Women's Basketball Championship, March 7th through 10th. For tickets, visit Ticketmaster.com or call 800-745-3000.
Welcome back to the Big 12 Report presented by Dr. Pepper. Wendell, I heard rumors that this was going to be a record-setting shout-out segment, so I'm going to turn you loose and watch the history unfold.
Yeah, we probably ought to put a stopwatch on this. This could take a while. A special shout-out goes to the Big 12 Special Olympic Athletes of the Year, James Holder and Brett Lauren Mohammadi. Both will be in Kansas City for the Phillips 66 Big 12 Basketball Championships to receive commemorative rings in an on-court presentation during the men's championship contest on Saturday. Each season, 2 athletes are selected among the states in the Big 12 footprint for their outstanding participation in and support of Special Olympics. For my second shout out, I was fortunate enough to be in Lawrence for the Kansas-Missouri game on Saturday, and I don't know if my hearing will ever be the same. The decibel level apparently reached 127 at the end of regulation. The threshold for hearing damage is 130. To commemorate the last regular season border showdown, KU alum and artist John Bucati spent time before and during the game painting a game day portrait of Allen Fieldhouse. The original could be displayed at the Fog, and he'll also make copies available for sale. Lots of championships to talk about in my final shout-out. Congratulations to Texas A&M's women's team and Texas's men's team for winning the titles at the 2012 Big 12 Swimming and Diving Championships last week at the Mizzou Aquatic Center. The Aggies have won 4 of the last 6 women's titles, while the Longhorns have won all 16 Big 12 men's titles and 33 consecutive conference titles going back to their days in the Southwest Conference. Texas A&M took home both the men's and women's titles for the first time at the Big 12 Indoor Track and Field Championships. Kansas State swept the high jump for the first time as Eric Kennard won the men's title, and Alex Treasure had the top effort for the women. And Oklahoma's Tia Brooks won the shot put with a world best heave of 60 feet, 6.75 inches. And a reminder that the Big 12 Wrestling Championship will be held Saturday at the Hearn Center on Missouri's campus. Action starts at 11 a.m. Semifinal round matches on both mats of the championship will be shown live at Big12Sports.com, as well as the consolation round beginning at 1 p.m. The championship round will be carried live on FSN beginning at 6:30 p.m.
Truly a historical segment. I was glad to be here and witness it. Just a reminder, next week we will be out of the office in Kansas City, so no Big 12 report, but you can stay up with all things Big 12 and the men's and women's basketball championships at Big12Sports.com, or join the Facebook or Twitter conversations on our pages. For my good friend Wendell Barnhouse, I'm Sean Dory. Thanks and have a great week.